Growing up, they would say, "Junk kid, you're playing with your Star Wars toys wrong. Han Hoth, he doesn't have a working holster for his gun. And that Boussh Leia, she doesn't have a place to put her helmet or her gun." Well, were they right? Was I playing with my figures wrong? Or were they wrong? Were these figures designed to hold their weapons like this? Well, there's no official information about that, but let's take a look at each one and see what I think, or what you think. Let's start with the Han Hoth and his working holster. First, I'll remove the gun. Fits in his hand, like all figures. And fits pretty good also. But what if you wanted to put it in the holster? Well, let's move his hand back so you can take a look. You take the gun, not the hand grip, but I guess the magazine clip, and you can place it right into the little slot on the holster itself, and it fits right in there. Take a look at that. It fits right in there perfectly. Now, as a kid, I always put it back this way because I think I watched Outlaw Josie Wells or something, and he would reach around with this gun to get it. Something I always liked it going this way. But was this designed like this, or is it just a coincidence? Now I've looked over all the information I could find from Kenner and could find nothing official that said it was like this. But there are some questions that will be raised to make you think, yeah, they did it on purpose. First off, let's take a look at the holster. As you can see, it was designed with a hole in it. If you check out any other figure, this holster would have been made into the figure itself with no hole. Why go through the extra trouble with putting this loop and hole if it wasn't to hold the gun? You could just make it one mold and probably save cost and save time and be a lot easier to produce. So they went out of this way to make this hole for the holster. Why? Well, I can't think of any other reason than to put his gun in it. If you take a look at these figures here, you'll see the holsters are molded into the figure itself and have no place to hold the gun. But if you ask me, there's one more thing that really shows that Kenner had this in mind when making this figure. And for that, we're going to have to go back to 1980 and look at some grainy footage of vintage Kenner commercials. The Hoth Han Solo. Let's take a look at it.
No life forms here. Wampa!
New Hoth Wampa, Luke Skywalker, and Han Solo in Hoth outfits, each sold separately.
I'll look higher. Wampa! Wampa! R2-D2, use your sensor scope. I can't find Luke. Hey, you big fur coat. Try me on for size. Wampa, 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 Wampa. Thanks, huh?
Although it's kind of hard to see, you can tell that the figure on the commercial has the gun in the holster. Now, Kenner licensed out the commercial making to an advertising company. They could have just stuck it there on their own, but it seems unlikely. It seems again that all the evidence points to the holster being made with this design to hold the gun.
And you too, R2.
Now that we looked at the Han Hoth, let's take a closer look at the Boussh figure to see if it was designed to hold the helmet on the back and the gun. A lot of people don't know this one, and this one I can't remember. I don't think I knew this one as a kid and not until the 90s. You can take the helmet off to reveal a beautiful Princess Leia, but if you look at the back, you can actually place the helmet onto the back of the figure like this. And actually, there's between the arm, you can see it right here, between the arm and her little backpack side container thing here, there's a little hole which will fit perfectly for the gun. Let's put it right there. So you have the gun on the back like this, and then you have the helmet to go on the gun. To go on the back. So you have Princess Leia in a good position, holding her gun and holding her helmet on the back of the figure. Now, was this designed for this, or is this a happy coincidence? I think I'm going to have to lean to coincidence on this one, as we don't see her in the movie with the helmet on the back of her backpack. Now, if you look at the costume in the film, it doesn't seem like the helmet would fit on the back anyway, so I don't think this was designed, at least not on purpose, or the designers weren't told to make it fit. Maybe some designer took it in themselves to stick it on there also. But with the rubbery of the helmet, I think it's just a coincidence. And no other figure I know of fits on the back like this. The Black Series and some of the newer ones, I'm not sure about the 90 one. As for the gun itself, it seems also like a coincidence. You just got a little hole here, and I think nobody's just designing the arm and the canister on the belt. You're gonna get that little spot right there no matter what. I don't think it was designed for that. So let's put this on the back right here. And being that we didn't see the helmet or the gun like this in the film, I'm ready to say that this was just a happy accident. That looks pretty cool, especially on display if you want to display Princess Leia and not as the bounty hunter. Well, I'll let you decide. Did Kenner design these figures to hold their gun, their helmet, and their gun? Or was it just a happy coincidence? Or maybe the designers took it on themselves to add this feature to the figures without even being told by Kenner. Either way, it was a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Did the Han Hoth have a working holster or a coincidence? And did the Leia Boussh have a place to hold her helmet and her gun, or again, a good coincidence? Let me know that and anything else you want in the comments below. And till the next time, I'm off to play with my Star Wars figures. I love you. I know.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.